Well, a couple of influencers who've been accused of being bad cruise parents have spoken out in their own defense. And, well, going to a cruise ship christening can be a very enlightening thing. There's things you expect to see, and, well, there's things you don't expect to see. And some people recently, they must have been on the bonus program because they got to see some things they didn't expect to see. That, plus a whole lot more. Cruise news and my views. Let's talk about it. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to La Lita Loga. I am your host, Tony, here with the latest cruise news and views. It's for your face. It's for your face on Monday, the 23rd of September, 2024. And there's some interesting stories popping off. First, let's talk about these influencer parents right here, Abby and Matt. They've been embroiled in controversy recently because they made a post on their Instagram account essentially saying that their kids weren't doing well in the main dining room. And so toward the end of the cruise, they put their kids somewhere with a baby monitor and it solved their main dining room problem. And the way that it was posted on Instagram kind of made it seem like they had left those children alone, and it caused a big outcry. Now, I don't know if this whole thing has been calculated and well executed, deviously planned for views and likes and engagement and all of those kind of things, but I tell you what, it is the internet, so that is a possibility. But they said, hey, whoa, all you people saying that we're bad parents out there, at no time were our 1 and 2 year old children ever left alone on the cruise ship. We used the baby monitors inside of a tent. I don't know. They're saying, look, even though we left it dangling like a participle, shout out to Miss Estes, my 12th grade English teacher. I still don't know what a dangling participle is. Even though we left it hanging out there, making it look like we had abandoned our kids, guess what? We didn't abandon our kids. Everybody get off our case. Our whole family was there. I've already read some commentary on this. Folks are like, well, they're just saying this because they got caught. Or I just wanted to give their side of the story because I gave the other side of the story. And so now it's up for us to decide or not decide or care or not care. But anyways, these strangers on the internet that we don't really know who posted that they may have left their kids alone are saying that they did not. So there you go. Deniability. They've denied it all. Cruise news story number 2, we have another reveal of a new cruise ship coming out. This time it is Viking letting us know that their cruise ship that's currently under construction will be called the Viking Mira, M-I-R-A. This ship will not enter service until 2026. There's a couple other Viking ships coming out before that. They have the Viking Vela, which comes out here in 2024, and the Viking Vesta, which comes out in mid-2025. These are luxury vessels. The passenger count, 998, and it's going to kick off its maiden season in the Western Mediterranean in June of 2026. We had a live show last night, and people were saying, how do we get to cruise on cruise ships that are smaller with less people? Well, you got to open up that pocketbook and you got to pay up. Just cruising with just 1,000 people around the Mediterranean sound beautiful? Well, you can do it on a Viking cruise ship, but it's going to be a lot more expensive than Carnival, Royal, Norwegian Cruise Line, MSC. I think that's the disconnect. People don't understand that now these mass market cruise companies, the big 3 plus MSC, you know, it's about the money. It's about making the money and getting as many people on their cruise ships as possible because that's what drives that profitability. Not that those are bad experiences, but it's definitely a more crowded, a more theme park-esque, scenario. And you have to go to other lines. I think I talked about it last night. Somebody asked, how do I get to cruise with less kids? Well, you could straight up cruise with no kids by going on Virgin Voyages, but not everybody's down with that. So I think if you're like a mainline cruiser, Carnival, Norwegian, MSC, Royal Caribbean, you're going to have to step up to the next level of their products. Princess, Celebrity Cruise Line, Holland America, that kind of thing. Maybe even step to like an Oceania. You're going to have to do that, I think, if you want less lines and less kids. But yeah, Viking is an option, and now we know what their new cruise ship in 2026 is called, Viking Mira. Cruise news story number 3. There's been a lot of talk recently about cruise lines offering shorter cruises. Most notably, Royal Caribbean has made a whole concept around the idea of the short cruise with the release of their latest cruise ship, Utopia of the Seas. They've dubbed it the world's biggest weekend, and on that cruise ship, they've increased the amount of party opportunities. They've really played up this idea that you can take a short cruise on Utopia of the Seas and have yourself a weekend party. Well, not to be outdone, we do have Virgin Voyages, and they're not offering a whole series of weekend cruises, but they're offering a pretty interesting weekend cruise coming up in November out of Miami. Just recently announced is Virgin Voyages' first ever weekend cruise. And this isn't just your normal weekend cruise. It's coming up November the 23rd through the 25th. It's going to be on the Virgin Voyages cruise ship Resilient Lady. And it's going to be a music-focused cruise featuring international famous DJ Sam Felt. And I think that must mean I'm old because I don't know who that is, unfortunately. A quote from Virgin Voyages, they say this isn't just any cruise, it's a musically charged weekend designed for sailors to experience the best of our award-winning entertainment and nightlife, which includes a festival-style lineup of immersive activities, special programming, plus one extra special guest. With a full day at sea to soak up the sun and explore the ship, they can spend a night dancing under the stars when internationally renowned DJ Sam Felt spins an epic set by the pool. Wiki, wiki, wiki. Yeah, look, I think it's good. I think competition is good. It's only one cruise, so I don't know if this is a test balloon, you know, are they sending this up to see if people respond to come out for a weekend dance festival, and now they'll maybe do more, you know, to see if they can get into that weekend business. This could be a great appeal, I would think, to people in Miami that are used to kind of a, you know, party scene anyways. Hey, jump on our cruise ship on Saturday, we'll drop you back off on Monday, it'll be like a big dance party. I don't know. We'll have to see the success of it or not. Do you know who Sam Felt? Is this somebody that appeals to you? Would you go on this cruise? Leave a comment below. Now, let me show you a couple of interesting short form videos that I saw on TikTok this morning as I was getting ready for the show. Yeah, it'll be pretty self-explanatory. We'll go with this one first. I gotta assume this is a partnership between Red Bull and Royal Caribbean, but you got this dude parachuting right onto the front of the cruise ship, which is, that's pretty cool. There's the beginning of the video. That's pretty cool. And then look at this. We have another example of someone taking the Starlink Mini onto a cruise ship. It's in Spanish, but he's on Royal Caribbean. He does a speed test. He gets, I think, 75 or 80 megabits per second down, which is nice. That's pretty peppy. I hope I'm not doing that guy a disservice by sharing his video, because we saw the last person that shared their I'm using Starlink Mini on a cruise ship get it confiscated. The poor guy that was on Carnival got his Starlink Mini confiscated. I did hear in the comments of that video that the monthly service runs anywhere between $100 and $150 per month, and that there's a data cap, I believe, of 50 gigabytes. So yeah, regardless of the cost or the data constraint, there's definitely people out there using Starlink Mini on cruise ships. So I don't know if this will be a new trend or if the taking away of this technology will be the new trend. It's going to be interesting to see. All right, I got to tell you this stripped down story about the MSC Explorer II christening, where all will be bared. I got to tell you that story, but first, let me quickly invite you to subscribe if you like staying up to date with everything going on in cruise. cruising. Please consider subscribing with the notification bell on. That way you don't miss out on any of these episodes. Big thank you in advance. I feel like maybe the best way to convey this story is to do it in song. This is your action news reporter on the scene at the christening of Explorer II. Excuse me, sir, did you see what happened? Yeah, I did. We watched a champagne bottle hit the front of the cruise ship, and I looked over to the left, and boy, there they were, all hooked up like Florida love bugs in September. And I said, don't look, Jenny! But it was too late. She'd already been Bridgerton. But it was too late. She'd already been Game of Thrones. But it was too late. She'd already been Aunt Bede. I don't even know what that means. There they go, boogity, boogity. There they goes, boogity, boogity. And they ain't wearing no clothes. I guess we call them cruise freaks. Woo! Shout out Ludacris. Look, don't do private things in public spaces. Certainly not everybody wants to see that. This seems like one of those scenarios where consent would be important. You don't know who's watching or who can see you when you're out in public doing that kind of thing. A fantastical story. All this occurred back on September the 16th during the christening ceremony, or near the time of the christening ceremony that occurred for Explorer II. MSC, they are aware of it. They're looking into the incident. They're going to take appropriate actions if necessary. Happened in Rome. And you thought that scheduling a bingo session just 5 minutes after having the taco bar at the buffet with no bathroom in between, you thought that was risky. Well, this is next level. Yeah, thank you guys so much for checking out the episode today. I sure hope you enjoyed it. Please hit the like button on the way out. Check out the recommended video. This is Tony for La Lido Look. Until the next time, we'll see you on the Lido. Bye. Cruise News.